This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. I'm Gerry Dick. In Northeast Indiana, the Allen County Council will host a public forum tonight, giving residents the chance to weigh in on the possibility of a new casino. It will bring the public's voice into a discussion that has been ongoing for months. Last October, a study conducted by Philadelphia-based Spectrum Gaming Group identified the Fort Wayne area and downtown Indianapolis as the best sites for Indiana to maximize gambling revenues. The report suggesting a casino in Allen County would generate $204 million in gross annual revenue and $61 million in taxes annually. As the Indiana General Assembly resumes this year's session today, the Indiana Chamber will be pushing its priorities, which include a focus on early education and workforce, says Chamber CEO Vanessa Sinders.
We hear a lot about childcare and early learning and lack of access, so there's some efforts moving at the Statehouse to work on that. Work-based learning, skilling up the next generation of workers. How do we reduce friction and get employers doing more work-based learning?
The city of Richmond has unveiled plans for a new terminal building at Richmond Municipal Airport. That new terminal being designed to modernize the airport operations and provide space to support business aviation and air cargo as well. The goal is to make the airport, officials say, more attractive to existing businesses and future employers considering the region. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. Legislation that would restrict Indiana environmental officials' ability to regulate nuclear power plants is advanced at the Indiana Statehouse.
If signed into law, Senate Bill 258 would no longer allow a person to obtain a permit from the Indiana Department of Environmental Management in order to build, operate, or increase the capacity of a nuclear power facility or a nuclear fuel reprocessing plant. The IDEM commissioner would also lose the ability to convene a public hearing on the environmental effects of a facility. IDEM leaders proposed the bill, explaining that the language in Indiana law is redundant because those responsibilities belong to the federal government. Opponents are concerned over safety and say that the bill restricts public feedback. The bill advanced through committee 7-3. Indiana has no commercial nuclear power plants, although a portion of northern Indiana receives some power from the Donald C. Cook nuclear plant in Michigan, operated by Fort Wayne-based Indiana-Michigan Power. Indiana Governor Mike Braun previously said he supports utility companies exploring the development of small modular reactors, or SMRs. These are advanced nuclear reactors that can produce up to a third of the power produced by a traditional nuclear power reactor, according to the International Atomic Energy Commission. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The city of Jasper has a new mayor, a Republican precinct caucus selecting Ryan Craig, the vice president of the Du Bois County Council, to replace Dean Vonderheide, who announced his resignation earlier this month. Ball State University has launched a new STEM education center on campus, creating a dedicated hub for STEM teaching and learning across Indiana. The university says the center aims to expand access to high-quality STEM instruction and position Ball State as a leader in STEM education. This is Gerry Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.